video, I'm going to show you how to paint a monochromatic painting with the color blue of a still life. I'm going to use the same techniques that I did in the previous video in the color theory video before. I'm going to use a still life of a lemon, lime, and an orange. And you can use the same still life. I'm going to have a picture of the still life that you can print out at the bottom of the video. But if you don't want to use that picture, you can create your own still life, set it up, put the lighting how you want to set it up, however you want, and create your own monochromatic painting. I'm using blue. You can use another color. I'm going to use the same techniques that I used in the tint, shade, tone technique video in the still life painting. So the same thing. Instead of just doing it in those squares, I'm going to do it the same technique in the still life. So enjoy the video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I just want to say thank you for being a part of the Academy. Thanks. And what I'm going to do is basically paint this still life of the apple, lime, and lemon. And I'm going to paint it monochromatic. I'm going to use the shade, tint, and tone method with the blue. And first I'm going to do is draw out everything first. I'm going to draw out my apple and everything, my lime and my lemon, and I'm going to start painting. I'm going to start with the darks first, and then go ahead and move on to the light blue. So I'm going to go ahead and make a small sketch. I did sketch on my pad. Here's a small sketch I did. I think I'm going to use that one right there. Hope you guys can see that. And I'm going to go ahead and start. So make my apple. Bring it down. It's a funny looking apple. It's one thing about an apple, it has so many different shapes and forms. Too, it's not just a circle. Go ahead and make my little bowl right here. It's kind of up here. Got the fold in the cloth right there. Going to draw it out, sketch it out a little bit here, bring it out over here. That line should be parallel to that one. This line should be parallel to that one. That line should be parallel to that one. And this kind of curves in a little bit. Got my lemon over here. Nice shadow right here. Has a nice shadow right here. I'm talking low, I'm sorry. Talking to myself a little bit. And you have the lemon over here. Nice lemon. And that should be it. Might not be that tall. No erase. Uh-oh. But yeah, about right there. That should be it. Got some nice shadows up under here. Got a crease over here. And that's it. I think that looks about right. A little bit. Bring this over. ahead and get started. I'm going to start with my dark first. Here I have, so you can see my blue. I'm using ultramarine blue and I'm using black. I'm going to start off with my dark values first and then move on to the light. And again, I'm doing a monochromatic, so it's a gradual change from dark to light. And I encourage you, if you're doing this lesson, always start off with the dark first and move on to the light. I'm sure you know that by now. So now I'm mixing in my blue. I'm getting a nice coat of dark blue, just like you saw in the value scale in the first video. So I'm going to get up under here. I'm going to paint real loose. I'm using a flat brush. Paint very loose. Get right over here. It's a nice shadow right here. And I'm using a small canvas too. I kind of like to paint small sometimes, especially when you're doing small landscape. Small still life paintings. I like making small still life paintings. You see a lot of oil painters do that, especially people that do the one painting a day. They do very small, quick small paintings, kind of almost like study paintings. You want to kind of see that right there. Yeah, that line up under here. It's a nice line right there. Here I go again. Keep on going. Let's see, how about up here? Just a little bit. Not much. Just want to get a little lighter up here. Same for over here. It's not as dark. Just a little bit. Let me see if I got all my dark shadows. Boom, boom. Just a little bit over here, up under here. That should be it. Okay. Now I'm going to go a little bit light. I'm going to add some blue. Got dark blue, but now I'm going to add a little bit more blue, just to lighten it up just a little bit. Hope you guys can see that. Straighten this up a little bit. I got to figure out a way to get this. I guess all this paint on top of this canvas kind of making it easy for it to fall. I might have to figure out a way to scrape all this off. That should be tight right there. There we go. Go for the next layer. And basically I'm just following the value scale. I kind of have it mentally in my head. Just gonna go lighter, dark, and move gradually to middle ground to light ground. So this gets a little bit lighter out here. So you can tell it's a little bit more bluer in this value right here. Same for out here. Might have went to a little bit too blue, too much blue. Let me see. Darken up just a little bit. I love doing this. This is fun. A lot of times when you're painting objects like this, you basically want to paint shapes, especially your values. That's kind of one of the easiest ways to paint dark and light values. Just paint the dark shape, so to speak. I see this dark shape right here. Kind of fades out a little bit. Here you have this. Got this shadow. think that should be it. This might come out just a little bit more. Come back in and clean that up a little bit. See some dark shadows over here. From where I'm standing, I see a nice dark shape. So you probably be wondering why am I painting like this, but from where I'm standing, what I see a nice dark harsh value back here, shadow, excuse me. And it's basically a shadow, cast shadow from the little bowl right here. I see, cuts across just a little bit like that. Alright, and that should be it for that layer. Now I'm going to go to the next one. And again, I'm just adding more blue to what I already have. And then I'll be going soon to the white, adding white to it. So, let's see. I'm painting a real thin coat on this. Again, I'm using blue straight out the tube now. And the next layer I'll be adding a little white to it. And this shadow back here kind of fades out a little bit. Still kind of dark, but it fades out a little bit. I could make it a little bit darker actually. I may just do that. I think I'm just going to go and add a little bit black to it. This paint is fairly thin, so I probably would need another coat because I'm starting to see some of my canvas board showing up through it, but that's okay. Alright, this could be a little bit darker. Bring this out just a little bit, this shadow right here could come out a little bit more. And clean this up right here on this edge. Alright. Should be it. Let me see. It's a little bit darker over here. As I look back, it's okay if you got to go back and make something dark. That's totally fine. totally fine. Sometimes you're not going to get it on the first go, but as long as you can kind of see what's dark and what's medium and what's light, that's okay. Okay. I'm forgetting all about my fruit. The shadows on my fruit. Let me go fix those right quick. Okay, you got this right here. Let's have a nice shadow over here. And you have this right here. This shadow is a little bit darker than this, so I might have to lighten that up a little bit. Now that I look at it. Again, it's okay if you come back in and you notice something's a little bit darker than the other. This is a little dark right here. Add a dark value. Here, it's a nice dark value right here. Not as dark as this stuff. So that should be it. Alright, let me get some more of this shadow over here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add some of my white now. Just going to add just a tad bit of white to my blue, not much. I'm going to rinse off my brush because I don't want any of that black that's still in my brush when I mix in the white, so I'm going to rinse my brush out right quick. Alright, so now I'm going to add a little of this light blue. I'm just going to gradually add it all in. Same with my shadows down here. And I'm just kind of blend it in, my light blue. This is one of my favorite parts too, blending in, showing the gradual change. Clean this up. This area is not really light, so I'm just going to kind of still have a neutral medium side light blue so to speak. Same over here too. When I start getting real light, I'm going to put it right there, right here, on the edge of the bowl, over here, right here. That's what most of the light is shining, right over here in this area. Even more so in here too. So let me get this apple a little bit, because even though the light is shining right on it, I'm still going to make it a light blue, but not as light as my cloth. So kind of light over here. Hard trying to get that form just right. That's the key. See a little light over here. Let's see. All right. Now I'm going to add this line right here. It's kind of hard getting that line straight. This big brush. Probably should have used a smaller brush. Well, I know I should have. Just kind of rushing a little bit. But a straight line. Carry this around. Like that. Same for this one. When it gets around here, it's a little bit more lighter, so I'm gonna make that one a little lighter. Let's see, that little light spot right here, over here too, then up under here. Go back over here, make this a little bit lighter. Too light right there. Go back over with my finger. It's a little too light here, so forgive me if I'm talking low. Sorry, just all into the painting. I'm gonna go back over this thin tone right here. Alright, now I'm gonna add this right here. The shape of this apple is bothering me, so I'm going to kind of clean it up a little bit. Well, in the remainder of this video, I'm basically going to just kind of touch up everything from all my fruits and also the edge of the bowl. When I use the brush, like I said, I haven't used the brush in a while, so it's kind of got a rough, edgy look to it because I'm so used to just painting loose with the palette knife. But anyhow, you guys can kind of get an idea of how you can create a nice range from dark to light using one color with this video, with this lesson. I hope this has been helpful. I hope that you guys will practice this. It's a good way to get familiar with color, get familiar with creating dark hues, light hues, medium ground hues. So just try it out. You don't have to use blue. You can use red, green, whatever. I would encourage you to paint something that you're interested in. This could make a nice painting um, for your living room or for a small office. So just try it out. Give it a shot. Again, this is all just for practice and learning. So don't beat yourself up if you don't have it, if it don't come out the way you want. And this should be it. Trying to get that apple right. It's bothering me if I don't get it right. Or close to right. I'm gonna leave it alone for now. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks.